The story opens on a quiet night in Bellwood City. Suddenly, a mysterious alien radiating with unstable energy enters the city. His touch is so destructive that anything he comes near instantly disintegrates. Even the city's clock tower cracks and stops working. This alien is known as Ian. Without warning, he begins tearing through the streets, smashing a car and unleashing chaos. Just then, a fiery figure appears, Heat Blast, one of Ben Tennyson's alien forms. He confronts Ian, jokingly scolding him for disturbing people's sleep at 3 a.m. and asking why he couldn't wait until the afternoon to cause destruction. But Ian stays silent. Heat Blast attacks with a fireball, blasting him across the street. When he tries to pin him down, Ian traps Heat Blast in his energy field and hurls him away. The police arrive on the scene and draw their guns, but more of Ian's alien henchmen show up, ambushing the officers. Heat Blast quickly switches focus, fending off the attackers and saving the police. Once they're safe, he turns back to Ian, threatening to burn that glowing light bulb face of his. He fires a massive blast. Ian's body shatters into particles and vanishes. Shocked at how easily the villain fell, Heat Blast stares in disbelief before finally leaving. As he departs, the spell on the clock tower fades, and the hands begin ticking again. Outside the city, the Omnitrix times out, and Ben reverts to his human form. Grandpa Max pulls up in the Rust Bucket, their old RV, with Gwen beside him. Ben tells them the villain wasn't very strong, but Gwen scolds him for rushing in without backup. She reminds him he still has school in the morning, but Ben insists they should track down the remaining aliens. Max refuses, saying the mission can wait. School comes first. Ben reluctantly agrees. The next morning, Ben pedals to school on his bike. Some girls gossip about Heat Blast, but when Ben tries to join their chat, they ignore him. At school, he's an outcast. Gwen, busy snapping photos for the yearbook, gets annoyed when Ben photobombs her shot. He asks her for study notes, but she refuses, saying he should do his own work. Ben puffs up his chest, claiming he'll be famous soon as a hero, but Gwen cuts him down. Nobody knows he's Heat Blast. The hero is admired, not Ben. The following day, test results come back, and Ben scores a D. At his locker, he discovers the door smeared with chewing gum. Another cruel prank by school bullies Cash and JT. When Ben angrily throws his paper at them, it accidentally hits the principal in the face. Furious, the principal calls his parents. That evening at dinner, Sandra and Carl confront Ben. Carl advises him to control his temper, while Sandra tells him to spend less time with Grandpa Max and more with kids his age. Annoyed, Ben defends the Rust Bucket as their mobile home and storms off to Max's. Carl stops Sandra from interfering, saying Ben needs space to make his own choices. At the Rust Bucket, Ben vents to Grandpa that everyone at school sees him as a loser, not a hero. Max gently explains the importance of secrecy. Ben must live like a normal kid, even if no one knows about his heroic side. That night, the camera pans back to the clock tower. Ian is alive. He faked his death to study Ben and the Omnitrix. Enraged at his subordinates' failures, he kills one of them and declares that his mission is close to completion. His army lies dormant in space, waiting for him to summon them. But he needs one final device, the hands of Armageddon. The next day at school, Ben tries joining some girls practicing for the talent show, but they mock him. Gwen steps in, bragging about their summer magic performances, and drags Ben away. Later, still sulking, Ben visits a diner where a kind waitress, Dortan, makes him a special shake. But soon, Cash, JT, and even some girls from school humiliate him again. This time, Ben snaps. Ignoring Grandpa's warning, he activates the Omnitrix and transforms into gray matter. Sneaking back inside, he sabotages the diner's machines, covering the bullies in food and eggs before slipping away, laughing at his small victory. Meanwhile, Gwen uploads her photos and notices something strange in the background of one. Enhancing it, she reveals Ian's face. Shocked, Ben realizes the villain survived. When Max returns, Gwen shows him the image. Max immediately recognizes Ian, explaining that he's a time-traveling warlord. He was first captured 2 centuries ago by the original plumbers, who confiscated his device, the Hands of Armageddon, capable of opening dimensional rifts. The trio rushes to a secret lab where Ian was imprisoned. Inside, they find the place destroyed and Jacob, the guard, withered and aged. Before dying, Jacob warns them Ian is searching for the device and already knows about the Omnitrix. Following his last clue, Max leads Ben and Gwen to a seemingly ordinary hardware store. Ben is skeptical, he's been there plenty of times. But Max unlocks a hidden passage, revealing an underground elevator. As they descend into the hidden plumber's facility deep beneath the earth, an alien spy secretly watches, racing off to inform Ian. Grandpa explains that only a handful of plumbers remain, and he takes Ben and Gwen inside to meet them. To their surprise, they recognize everyone, because the local waitress, Doris, is also a plumber, and even Principal White is there. The principal turns to Ben and says, "Forgive me for having to punish you that day." Both Ben and Gwen are shocked. The principal then activates a massive machine, and they move deeper into the facility toward the hands of Armageddon. The underground base stretches far beneath the city. Ben stares in awe. Wow, this whole huge facility was built just to protect the hand of Armageddon? That's awesome. Max leads them closer to the relic. Ben asks, "If this thing is such a big danger to Earth, why didn't you just destroy it?" Doris explains that for centuries the plumbers have tried, but the hands resisted every weapon. The principal adds, "The first time we attempted it, the energy released carved out the Grand Canyon. Another time it caused the Chicago fire. That's why these hands are so powerful." Ben clenches his fists. "Then our only job is to make sure Ian never uses it. Years ago, we fought him, but now we've all grown older. Only someone special can save the world, someone like me. And I won't let you down." Suddenly, alarms blare. Ian is coming. The plumbers grab their weapons and rush to the surface to fight. Aliens pour in, and a fierce battle breaks out. But in the chaos, Ian slips through, kills a plumber, and reaches the hands. He tries to activate them with his energy, but fails. His powers are too weak. Ben activates the Omnitrix, but Ian spots him and stops him with a surge of energy. He grabs Ben and drags him outside while the others are too busy fighting to notice. Ian starts tampering with the Omnitrix, but Ben struggles free and bolts. He finds a bicycle and escapes, but Ian gives chase, hurling cars at him. At one point, Ian tries to crush him between two cars, but Ben narrowly dodges into an alley. A truck barrels straight toward him. Ben frantically slaps the Omnitrix, but nothing happens. Ian corners him. "No one can help you now." Ben gasps, "I killed you. How are you still alive?" Ian smirks. "I only pretended. That little trick was enough to test your powers. Now, I need your help." Before Ian can attack, an old man suddenly appears and blasts at him with a weapon, forcing Ian to retreat. Ben is shocked. The old man is a plumber too. Before Ian returns, "Go home," the man tells him. Ben pedals home and collapses into sleep, only to find Grandpa Max already waiting in his room. Max admits, "I was worried about you." Ben explains that the old man said what's happening cannot be stopped, and that somehow, Ben himself is tied to it. He adds that the plumbers fear Ian needs the Omnitrix to activate the hands of Armageddon, which is why he's after him. Max says, "That's why I want to take you far away from this city." But Ben refuses. "I won't run away. If Ian needs the Omnitrix, he'll find me no matter where I go. So I'll face him, and the plumbers will stand with me." Max sighs and nods. "I never wanted you involved in these alien wars. That's why I kept your father and grandmother away from it. But I couldn't stop you. Still, I won't let even a scratch touch you." Ben smiles. "Don't worry, Grandpa. I'll protect you too." And then he drifts into sleep. The next day at school, plumbers in disguise watch over Ben. In the gym, the principal checks on him. "If you need me or any plumber, let me know." But before he can say more, he's suddenly attacked and thrown into the basketball hoop. Ian is here. The Omnitrix starts malfunctioning from his energy. Ben bolts outside, but Ian catches him. "So many plumbers around you. I could never talk to you alone. But now, let me show you your future." He begins tampering with the Omnitrix. Ben yanks the fire alarm, punches Ian, and finally activates the Omnitrix, transforming into Diamond Head. "Evil alien, now I'll take you down." They clash. Diamond Head blocks Ian's energy blasts with crystal shields and counters with crystal spikes, hurling Ian backward. But Ian only laughs. "You set off the alarm. Now all the kids will see you." Ben panics. He can't change back for 10 minutes. Ian vanishes as students rush in. Ben hides in the girls' locker room, and Gwen waits outside. When he emerges, he admits, "Ian found me. He wants to meet me alone, and now I want that too." It ends face to face. Gwen insists on following. That night, Ben and Gwen wait in a quiet spot in Bellwood. Gwen warns, "You can't face him alone. You'll only hurt yourself." But Ben is determined. "I'm tired of running. If you're scared, leave. This time, I'll finish him. I won't let him destroy my city." Strange noises scare them, until Max shows up. He scolds Ben. This is a stupid plan. Did you think facing him alone wouldn't get you killed? Before they can leave, their van is suddenly destroyed. Ian's aliens capture them, dragging them to him. Ben, Gwen, and Max are tied up. In another room, the other plumbers are imprisoned. Ian sneers. The Omnitrix lets you transform for only 10 minutes, so alien DNA doesn't overwhelm you. But I've studied it. I'll merge my DNA with yours permanently. You'll become me. Through you, I'll free my race from the prison of time. Once, we were mighty warriors who ruled the universe. Our greed for power trapped us. But now, through the hand of Armageddon, I will return. My body is weak, so I'll be reborn inside you. Ben shouts. That will never happen. But Ian forces the Omnitrix to inject his DNA into Ben. Ben screams as he transforms into a new Ian, his old body fading away. Gwen desperately tries to reach him, but Ben is gone. In his place stands a powerful Ian infused with the Omnitrix. He activates the hand of Armageddon, opening a portal and unleashing alien ships trapped in a time loop. Gwen frees herself and Max with a hidden laser tool. Max attacks Ian to buy time. The principal arrives to release the other plumbers. They fight fiercely. Max attempts to shut down the hands using energy polarity, but it backfires, sending electricity through his body. Ian rises again. Gwen pleads with Ben inside him. You're my brother. You have to fight back. But possessed Ben attacks her. The plumbers rush to help, only for Ian's alien army to overwhelm them. Gwen keeps calling to Ben. Grandpa needs us. Only you can save the world. Inside, Ben struggles and finally breaks free. He defeats the soldiers, giving Gwen hope. But then Ian manifests in his true form, still wielding the Omnitrix's power. Meanwhile, Max is collapsing. He says, I must sacrifice myself to save the city. Ben refuses. With the plumber's help, he pulls Max from the energy field, saving his life. The hands deactivate, the portal closes, and the alien ships vanish back into the time loop. Earth is safe. Gwen suddenly remembers. The talent show? We still have to perform. Ben groans, realizing his parents are waiting. The principal offers to rush him there. But before they can leave, time freezes. Ian is still alive. He hurls Ben away, but Ben transforms into wild mud and fights back. Dodging attacks, he slams Ian into the hand of Armageddon, finally destroying him for good. Bellwood's power flickers out briefly, then returns. At the talent show, acts go on as planned. When it's Ben and Gwen's turn, Ben isn't there yet. Gwen performs magic tricks with Wildmutt's help. When Ben finally reverts, he sneaks out from under the curtain to join her. The crowd cheers. Cash and JT panic, realizing Ben actually knows Wildmutt. The winners are announced. Ben and Gwen take second place, while the Bellwood sisters win first. Gwen is annoyed, but Ben smiles. We save the city. Not everyone can do that. Their parents are proud anyway. Max takes the family out to dinner to celebrate. Bellwood is safe again, and life returns to normal. And with that, the movie ends. If you love this video, please do subscribe to this channel and give a thumbs up to the video.